Yeah, it's a little bit on the red side.
Oh, yeah, I thought it might be.
It's so hot, it's burning.
You can't hear me. Let me turn it to 200.
Oh, now that I have control over this, Chad, well, you're screwed because, we can do all these fun effects. Yeah.
What the hell is that?
All of you bearded and non-bearded bastards. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, we can at least hear everyone. Okay, Lay says we can hear everyone.
All right, let's do
it.
Okay, so this is where we do the intro. And you know what, Contra? I'm going to let you do the honors this time. It's episode 15, by the way.
Hold on.
Come on, hype,
Got
man.
script.
Okay, so Twitter said that it's episode 15 of Traveler's PC. Welcome, everybody. And today we have our host and co-host, Helmet Fire, kind of the guy that pulls it together every day. I mean, every day of the week to get this done. We also have the CrayZJaye. Hey, say hello, CrayZJaye. And Mr. Man, Erik Digital. He is the yang to my yin. And of course, tonight we have a very special guest. An illustrator that goes by the name of Young Can. Did I say it wrong?
Yeah. You're fired.
Like Contra.
Yeah, I can dig it.
There you go.
Yep. There you go. I mean, I in my head, I'm introducing your name, and I got, that song. Unfortunately, I'm bad with lyrics. I never have, remembered a song in my life for the life of me.
Well, that was a lovely intro, Contra. I'm going to have you do that more often because that was fun.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
Yeah, I know. As Contra alluded to, we have a special guest this evening, Young Khan. He is a graphic designer and emote artist for the community and multiple communities in Twitch. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good now that everything's working. I feel all right. The coffee's run out, but I'm still doing okay.
Awesome, man. So tell us a little bit about the work you do. I know we just kind of did. So for context, for everybody listening, we literally just did this full intro 10 minutes ago, and then all audio stopped working or never was working for certain things. So we're doing this again. But so tell us, what's your bread and butter? What do you do for the community as far as your art and how you handle all that?
I am a full-time graphic designer for mainly Twitch graphics, mostly emotes. That is my everyday job. That is how I pay the mortgage. I never thought I would say that out loud. Yesterday we hit the 1,800 emote mark, and that's a little bit over. That's 1 year streaming, so that was quite the achievement. I've been excited about that. So I do Twitch rebrands, I do logos, I do designs, big and small streamers, huge streamers. You name it, I'm like Kevin Bacon now. I'm like, there's probably 6 degrees, there's probably 3 degrees of separation. I've done so much work.
Nice, man. That's 1,800 emotes. That's insane. I sit there and I try to let that number sink in for a second. I'm like, holy crap! What does it take to do 1,800 emotes throughout tons of content creators? And I'm sure everyone has little bits of, hey, can you tweak this? Can you do that? Hey, can you add this? Can you add that? I could only imagine. That must be that's an accomplishment, man. So good for you.
I've been really lucky. Luckily, I kind of got my pulse on what people want. So out of all the work I do every day, all the touch-ups, I probably do 5 or 6 touch-ups a week. I do 10 to 15 emotes a night. So
dang, 10 to 15 a night. So is it like when I get a haircut, if I need to come in for a touch-up, you got me?
Yeah, so it'll take 30 seconds.
There you go. Nice. I want an extra sparkle on the gold donut right here.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
So before your Twitch emotes took off, what were you doing before that?
Bartender.
Bartending.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
Nice.
totally get that vibe from you.
Yeah, you could totally tell, right? I mean, like,
Laid back, easy to talk to. He's the kind of guy that you'll see and you don't know, and you can start, relating to right away.
yeah.
It comes across in the stream sometimes. I'm all ears. Tell me about your day. I can help sometimes.
So,
But before that, I taught phys ed at a high school for a few years, and I don't know,
Wow.
bouncing around. I've done a lot of jobs.
That's crazy.
So, favorite drink to make and least favorite drink to make for a customer.
ooh.
Pouring a beer.
Pouring a beer's
That's my favorite.
yeah.
Classic.
Low
Pretty
commitment,
simple.
easy.
Takes no effort whatsoever. And least favorite is anything muddled.
Muddled.
We don't carry mint in the bar because we won't make mojitos because we hate mojitos.
All right.
Okay, so anti-mojitos. Okay, gotcha.
Because
I'm an
beer,
anti-muddler. We have beer. I make a pretty good chocolate
I'm good
martini. I
with
make a pretty mean one. So,
I'm sold.
Shaken or stirred?
if you got to shake it, or else it'll taste like crap.
Yeah, I mean, it's the James Bond method, right? Shaken, not stirred.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you want it cold, you want it shaken. If you want a lukewarm kind of martini, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
But if you shake gin too hard, it'll definitely bruise it. Gin and bourbon, you can't shake them too hard.
So next year at Guardian Con, they need to get you a bar booth, it doubles as the booth is a bar, and then you can have your tablet on the left, and then slinging drinks on the right, doing your thing, bam. Hey, get your emotes and your
It'll be
cocktails right here. Yeah.
It'll be the busiest booth in all of
Dude, it
in all
would,
of
right?
our
It would be very busy. Be very busy.
Yo, I got this drink. If you can down it and still walk out of here sane, I'll give you free emotes. Yeah.
What's this called? It's a traveler's delight.
The
Yeah.
oh, there we go.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can do that.
Make some Curse of the Crow shots. It's going to be awesome.
Curse the crow. Nice.
Dude, you should have a whole list of if you were gonna do said booth, right? We should have a little drink menu, and it's named after
Destiny theme stuff.
the Psylocke Screamer or something. Have some different, some different,
It's
different name
really
drinks.
easy to do.
Yo,
I'll come up with a different name for my stream every night that has a con pun in it.
okay.
So every Tuesday through Friday, I have a different con pun. So I've done up to 88, 89 con puns,
Wow.
and they've all been different.
So that must be a chore to go back that many times and be, oh nope, I already did that one. Nope, did that one.
I got a pretty good memory.
Nice.
Like this past one was a real American hero.
American.
Where's Cobb on art, man? Him and Con go back and forth with puns.
Oh, dude,
Cobb is actually one of the guys that got me like motivated to actually do art again. I hadn't drawn in a decade before.
Really?
I saw stuff on IG. Yeah, I took after I bought my house, I took a whole hiatus. Had done no digital art at
Okay.
all since 2004.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's the year I joined the military. My God, that's been a
That was
minute.
before I graduated high school.
Yeah. Dang. So
I'm getting up there in age. I'm getting up there.
That was my freshman year, actually.
yeah, aren't we all, man?
Yeah.
There's no one's getting away from that, man. But
So-
so
What was your first?
oh, go ahead, Contra.
Yeah, what was your first emote then that got you started?
Oh, first email was for Hidden. He joined Mixer recently, but he came to me one day. He's like, "Hey man, can you make emotes?" I was like, "Can I make? Yeah, I can make emotes."
He's like, are you
Yeah,
serious?
yeah.
Give me a challenge, please.
I'm like Googling.
What the- yeah.
What's an emote?
What's an emote? I have no idea.
What is an emote?
I know hidden with 3Ds, right?
I hadn't even used Twitch before then. Actually, I just I was in the periphery of all that. I was dealing with the podcast community and mainly just Destiny podcast community. I wasn't really going to Twitch to watch anybody play the game. So It's kind of awkward to be on Twitch now after all this.
So you say how many now? 18 a day?
I've done 1,800. I do between like 8 and 15 a night. My record's like 26, 27.
Wow. Is there some template you started? You have your own tools? What tools do you use?
Oh, template? No, everything's from scratch. Everything's from scratch. I use my tablet. I started off with an itty bitty tablet that was actually started off drawing on my laptop trackpad. So everything I drew was with my finger and the pen tool in Photoshop, which is very time consuming.
Yeah,
and then I made enough money to save it to buy I bought like a 10-inch tablet with a screen. And then recently I just got this in when that one stopped working. I got like a big boy, like 16-inch. So I'm not sure if you can see it.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. And flip it upside down. There we go.
Nice. Oh, there you go.
You're using a Wacom tablet there.
This is an Artisil D16. Okay. I don't have Wacom money. It seems like a lot of money for something. I don't know. I always look for the better deal. I'm like, oh, you should get a Cintiq. I was like, well, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't have $2,000 for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay rent for the next few months instead. Thanks.
I bought a desk instead, and I bought a bed. I was like, can spread that cost out.
No, you got to.
I'd rather
man.
eat.
Anyone in the creative field, you have to really be picky, choosy. I mean, unless, like you said, unless you just got this like crazy good job that's like just making it rain on you with money. You know what I mean? Like a $2,000 tablet. Get out of here! Like that's lunch money for me. Like unless you're one of those guys,
I'm pretty sure Lays is rocking one of those Cintiqs. I'm pretty sure he's
Lays. Hey, I bet you he is too.
he's got that big boy money.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So what's your favorite? Did somebody already ask this? What's your favorite set of emotes that you've done for someone?
Oh, favorite set?
Ooh. Do you have a set or a group of or a particular just one emote that you like the most?
Oh, maybe my emote. I don't know. I really like the one I made like tier 2. I made a Bane emote for my second tier emote, and that's like one of my favorite emotes to use.
Nice.
I'm a really big Bane fan.
Yeah. Okay. Did you like Tom Hardy's portrayal?
Oh yeah, no. I actually dressed up as Bane for Halloween a few years ago.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, and
I was like maybe 215. It was a pretty good costume.
For the uninitiated, myself and CrayZJaye got to meet Young Con at Guardian Con, and there's a pun, Guardian Con. Yeah, there you go. And,
I wore a shirt that said that.
Yeah.
Did you see the shirt?
No, I didn't see the shirt.
Day one that said Guardian Con on the shirt.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow,
yeah.
wow. I didn't even catch that.
I told you.
Oh, there's the Bane emote. Yeah,
really
there
bad,
it is.
yeah.
So for the uninitiated, Con is a large gentleman, and when I say large, I'm not talking I've been eating Pop-Tarts all day large. I'm talking like, come on, I'll crush your head like a little grape. like he's a pretty big dude. So
yeah, he is.
Choose your words.
Yeah. I was actually thin this past Guardian Con because I was sick. I was actually down like 15 pounds.
Oh wow,
really?
Hey, and getting that shred on, right?
No, I'm getting better. I was a little under the weather, so I lost a little weight, but feeling a lot better now.
Yeah,
getting back into the groove of it.
So, well, that's good to hear, man. I know you told me you had some things going on, and we're glad to hear that you're getting healthy again and getting back in the groove of things. That's always a good thing, man. So happy to hear it. So Destiny 2, we're right on the heels of the Forsaken expansion launch. My adrenaline is on full IV tap now. It's getting nuts. There is so much stuff going on. So Con, what is something, or what are some things in the expansion that you are super amped about?
Well, I'm excited for the PvE PvP mode they have coming out.
Gambit, yeah.
I really want to see how that plays out. I had a chance to play it at Guardian Con, but I didn't take it because I hate lines.
Okay.
I was like, I can wait. I can wait a few days. It's okay.
Jay and myself didn't get to play either. The lines were just full and then cut off. And Jay, you remember?
Yeah, I actually waited. So good decision you're not waiting. I actually waited for no reason. So.
Wow.
I had too many hands to shake. and it was I couldn't stand in line that long.
Yeah, it's like,
I would have
Fire,
been.
get away from me! I'm trying to play Gambit. Yeah. No, it was. So Gambit is the main thing. I mean, is there any? What about like and this is a question for everybody really, like, because they just had the Bungie weekly update or this week at Bungie. I'm trying to keep up with all the names. But they have showed, I mean, they did a weapons reveal stream for the sandbox, talking about the time to kill changes, the weapon slot changes, the weapon mods that are coming, the masterwork. I mean, there's just PvP in general. The sandbox itself is just 180. It's going to be a completely different game. And then they dropped this Dreaming City trailer, which the Dreaming City is going to be one of 2 new Nessus-sized destinations. And the Dreaming City will be the end-game destination. So they built an entire place built specifically around the end game. And after seeing that trailer, I was just speechless. I couldn't believe it. It was so awesome. What about y'all?
I think we talked about last week, man. It was amazing. It's great.
Right.
The environment looks great. Like the whole the whole environment looks beautiful. Then you step in the Sunday Realm, looks like a horror movie. It looks crazy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did talk about that last week. Like I said,
it's like a crazy. It's like the Upside Down or something, like the entire city. Like is that what they're going for? It kind of feel like it.
So they said it's like the Hive Ascendant realm, but at the same time, there's all this taken energy going on. We don't know what's going on. But that trailer did reveal one of Marasov's Techians is like partially taken. And there's some lore behind that some of the lore masters in the community were explaining and stuff. And but, of course, it doesn't tell us who the main antagonist is, right? So we got to find that out for ourselves. But, yeah, Jay's right. We did cover that last week. This week, though, they got a lot of stuff. The biggest thing, at least for the reset today, was Iron Banner's coming back. So this is the final Iron Banner for Season 3. So definitely grind out those ornaments if you haven't. Take advantage of some of the cool new aesthetics they added in the game. They added these fire pits instead of the capture flags. I haven't had a chance to log on and see that. Have y'all?
I have. I was confused at first. I was like, "What? Where's the point at?" And when you go to stay on the point, it gets locked for a couple seconds.
Okay.
So the flame goes up, and like the Iron Banner logo comes out of the flame.
Wow.
And
so you're literally cool. Dancing around the fire and just it's building up. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I went ahead and got that Iron Banner package from Eververse too because I needed that mode.
Oh, we
now wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. We had an episode. This was, I guess, the first week the Iron Banner exotic emote was a thing. So this was well over a month ago. And we had an episode here on Travelers about it, and because it was the first thing that Bungie introduced that was a direct purchase item for $10, essentially, that you could not also earn in game. So the only way to get it was to buy it, and that's when the community lost their minds. They just had this huge problem with it, and a lot of people were fine with it because Fortnite does it. But in a loot-based game like this, it's controversial, right? But anyway. We talked about it and we were like, $10. I can't earn it. Hold on.
Our friend Eric says, "I'll buy it. I'll go get it right now."
Eric did too. Yeah, he's like, "I don't care. Screw you guys. Screw you guys. I'm getting my emote."
I haven't logged in. Is it the same as last time?
You don't have to buy it. It doesn't change the game.
Right, exactly, and that's the thing is it is a cosmetic item, and I think.
If people are spending how much on some of those skins for Fortnite?
Oh yeah, 20, like 10.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, the argument was like Fortnite's a free game, right? Whereas Destiny's
not free.
Right, nothing in life ever is, right? So
the first taste is free. That's what all drug dealers say.
Yep, first one's free.
How much money spent on Fortnite? Oh, about $200. Oh, but it's a free game. Yeah, it's free.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. You keep on shelling out that dough and saying it's free. We like that.
I spent a little more than I want to on skins.
The admission. There it is. No.
Just silver and D1 alone, I probably bought a couple $100 in silver and D1.
You know what? Even so, I'll say this. And this, you know, for those people that spend money on a game, no matter what it is, did you enjoy it? Because if you did, then who gives a crap what anybody else thinks, right? Hey,
Very true.
I earn my money. I'm going to spend it the way I want to spend it, right? So, hey, it is what that's people are going to do what they're going to do. So
As long as it doesn't change the gameplay experience.
right,
Yeah.
If
So
they
not still a
sold me,
midnight coup in the Eververse or something like that. I mean, that's
yeah. If they
That'd be
sold me a Gallahorn that had a perk on it for PvP that all I had to do was pull the trigger and everyone died, then that would be a
that's what a
problem.
Gallahorn does.
Well,
That's-
that's why I've said
Unless
Gallahorn.
you're aiming in the other direction, then
Or you stand too close to a wall. That happened quite a few times. I blew
that gives
myself
me a
up.
flashback. Are we going to get Truth back ever again?
You ever-
Okay, so
Oh,
I heard
Truth? Yeah,
heard that the Gambit rocket launcher has tracking on it that is as aggressive as Truth. That's what I was told by people that played it. That still remains to be seen if it's going to be in the final version of the game, but that's
Those
the rumor.
trick shots were amazing.
Dude, I loved
Dude.
it. You would shoot it and they would jump over it, right? And it would miss and it would loop all the way back around and come back and kill somebody.
Just,
Yeah, to
Just go-
take it into
just
control and like shoot it, like lock onto somebody, and then like aim up in the air and just watch it do this.
Yeah, like a mortar or something. Yeah.
just go on YouTube. Just type in Destiny Truth Rocket. And you'll see a bunch of like different crazy clips of like just doing like loops and shit.
Yeah. So, public service announcement. So the Forsaken expansion preload is August 28th. So there are going to be some new features for us available on that day, which is a week before September 4th, that will have the new weapon slot changes in effect. So we'll get to experience those a week before the expansion comes out. They did say, however, there are going to be certain things during that week that are not going to be available. I believe they said if you have, I think like Destiny Item Manager and the Vault, there's certain things like that that are not going to be
Yeah,
available.
the collections are going to be down.
Collections are going to be down.
Like emotes and stuff like that.
Yeah, so load your character with the weapons you want to play with during that week, you know, before the 28th. That way you have them all week while we're waiting on Forsaken to come out. So just wanted to throw that in there before we get off into too many other topics.
What they did on the stream was the system for the weapon changes was going to be online, but it wasn't going to be activated until the launch.
So
Therefore-
the weapon slots will be active, but the mods will not be.
No, what they said was that the system itself would be in place, but it won't be switched on until it goes live.
Even the weapon slots?
I'm pretty sure weapon slots will be available.
Yeah, no, they talked about that in their weapons reveal stream, that the slots would be active, but like modifications won't be, the tier 10 masterwork system won't be, and a couple of other things. So
Then I must have misunderstood Deej when he clarified. I thought that from his perspective, what he was saying is that the programming was going to be loaded onto your Xbox, but it won't be active until launch.
yeah.
the
Everything will be locked except the slots themselves, and they gave the list of what weapons are moving to the kinetic slots.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Weapon slot changes.
from
28th.
a
It says here.
software deployment perspective, they're going to be loading all their APIs or whatever, deploying all the stuff in their infrastructure. But you won't be able to interact with it until launch day, which is kind of neat that they're doing it a week early. You would want it to have been done, you know, like they used to do before, that they did it on a server by server basis. But I guess the problem with that was the big lines we saw with Destiny 1. With every time that they launched something, you would need to get on a queue of 17,000 people to be able to play the game.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
you know,
god, Rise of
yeah.
Iron.
everybody remembers that, loading onto Destiny and being like, oh my god.
You know, that's the only time I remember ever seeing that happen.
Right.
Was Rise of Iron launch. Every other expansion,
Yep.
I never remember seeing that.
I think House of Wolves had some issues as
House
well,
of
some
Wolves,
queue times. Yeah,
and also with the Taken King. So it used to happen with all their releases.
okay.
Nowadays, you know, I think this approach then makes more sense for them. In practicality, I haven't seen any delays logging on to any of the recent releases for Destiny, any of the DLCs. So it's a good move on their part. The only thing is that since this is game changing because it changes everything how you work with the game. It's going to be a bit annoying for about a week. So hang on to your pants and don't cry about it.
Literally, your lucky pants. Grab them.
Yeah.
For sure. Like the first couple of days after, like 28th is going to be pretty rough with the weapon slot changes and stuff. And
Without Dim, I probably don't foresee myself playing a whole lot unless there's something interesting to bring me in. Because without Dim, it's just I have too much stuff spread across.
No, Dim.
And
I think. I don't know.
It'll be down on the
Dim won't
28th.
work. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dim won't work. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole week where we're not going to have that, and it's going to be like, and I don't even know if the vault will be available. I'm not sure.
I think the vault will be. It's just the collections. I think is going to be.
Yeah, collection. So you can get your weapons
So
and
I
stuff.
so I'll do D1 vanilla status, fly to the tower every time I need to
Move
change
everything,
something.
yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I forget how bad that is, man. And
it sucks.
to those that never played D1 vanilla, trust me, it's pain.
We're spoiled now.
Yep. We do have and now we have things like Dim, we have Destiny sets, we have, and that's going to be huge for collections, by the way. Shout out to Destiny sets, and all those guys that do those apps. They make our lives as Guardians way easier. So, really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Power. Let's see. They got, like I said, the TWAB is full of stuff. So faction rallies. What does it say here? I know they're making some updates to faction rallies. The big one though is trials. So I remember talking with y'all about this on the show in the weeks prior to this. That I was like, Trials of 9. I was like, I really wish they would just when Forsaken comes out, shelve it, rework it. We're gonna have at least 2 months of content to dive into, right? And then sure enough, that's exactly what they're doing. They're shelving it. They're just gonna top to bottom reevaluate the currency tokens. They don't even know if they're gonna end up using them for anything yet. So hold on to them. Don't delete them just in case. But yeah, what do y'all think about that?
What do I think about trials?
Well, I mean, as far as them shelving it, I mean, I would assume everyone's pretty on board with the idea that they need it to. I don't know what that was.
Jesus. This is something I like a lot. Yes. Shelve it for a season. Let work on it.
Yeah,
back to the way to the trials.
An entire year. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I guess
I'm not a fan of the new system for trials they brought for D2, so it was kind of like, I don't know. I don't like setting objectives. I don't know. I was not a big fan.
Trials,
I like the elimination system they had in D1.
Yeah. Trials now just feels like comp, but just the same map over and over again. That's all it is.
Well, you got to understand that the whole framework for the game was changed from being a single guardian that could take down multiple people to a more like a shared experience, and that was a big rant for a lot of people. That you get team kills now, yay! They count for the whole team, but you also need to get as a whole team, and that was kind of good and kind of bad. They should have different game types that adopt different rules, and that's always been my opinion on that. But I do agree with the system that they introduced with trials. Just took away that sort of competitiveness. That I don't know if I want to call it like raging, but that for the competitive type. They're just sort of mission goal, scent of the hunt when you go in there. And that was kind of missing in trials, in my opinion. Not that I'm a big trial player at all, because I'm more of a laid-back person. The only time I go to trials is really to draw.
With your mind on your money and your money on your mind?
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Laid back like that?
Yeah, going sipping on my... Yeah.
Gin and juice, a little bit?
2 words for team players. When we play trials, get good.
Yeah.
Get good. Yes.
You have to. Look, I have like a 0.9 on a good day, and that's just not going to cut it. Let's be honest. If they bring back a Elam comp, bro, now there's still controversy in the community about the radar being gone for competitive. And I'm not a competitive player, but me personally, I would like to see it come back. You actually get to make more strategic decisions with it, whereas without it, you're just like, holy crap, I don't know where anybody is. What's going to happen?
I played a couple weeks ago with somebody that does carries, and I had no idea there was no radar. So I went in with my my knucklehead radar into the match. I was like,
you're like tapping it, like, is this thing on?
This ain't working. Hello.
I'm not doing so good, guys.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. My world's
I'm like,
crumbling.
Mr. Stark, your suit is broken.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
There's something wrong with my kung fu. Anyways, martial artist. Tell me a little bit about that, sir.
Oh yeah, kung fu fighting, kung fu fighting.
Yeah, I've been doing martial arts since I was 13 or 14. Traditional Chinese martial arts. So, sort of doing Northern Shaolin. Then I'm moving into some Chinese Indonesian knife fighting. Then I moved into some internal arts. So I've been doing Chin Tai Chi and Fu Bagua for about a decade.
And I got to be honest, I don't know what any of that is, but I got to tell you, what I told y'all earlier for the listeners, he's a big dude.
That's scary.
And now he knows Chinese martial arts with knife
I can
fighting.
show you my. I actually
So,
threw a lot of my trophies away.
He's got
but
trophies
I got
for
my,
fighting and hurting.
I got
people.
my-
No, I'm just kidding.
My little caddy here, all my medals.
Oh, nice, man! Wow, look at that.
Look at all those coins.
My medal caddy.
So in short, don't mess with Kong.
That's what my chest looks like after a round of Crucible. Just no.
Medals.
Just
I
kidding.
probably have I had over 70 trophies in the basement. I threw them all away, except for a few. They take up too much damn space.
Yeah, I guess.
I competed for a decade. I did full contact kickboxing for a few years.
Oh, wow.
Wrestling, Mongolian wrestling.
So that must have been an interesting garage sale, just like trophies.
Oh, it was in the trash, so it was no sale. Just you can come pick them up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm too good at winning. I don't have room for all this winning.
I mean, you're just okay that day. There's people out there that don't compete that are probably way better than me and break my face in.
You know what's funny, man, is any profession, yeah, any profession, I agree. And that's where we become our own worst critic, right? It's like we could be doing the most badass emotes or whatever the art is or whatever the profession is, and we're always going to still be like, no, I'm pretty sure there's 16 other people that would destroy me, right? But and I think that's a great mentality to have because it always pushes you to do the next step, right? And I think that's important, an important mindset to have in anything you do in life, man. So that's really cool, actually. It's really cool.
Yeah, my brother had an Aikido school way back when. Now he has a herniated disc on his neck due to all the years of training and jumping around and all the fun stuff they do. But I do remember I joined it in the beginning to sort of help him out, have an extra body in the room, make it look a little bit more packed. And I remember this jiu-jitsu guy coming in one night and just sitting there the whole time, looking at the senseis and the ukes and the their senpais, giving them a mean face. And at the end, when the classes were done, he's like, he had to fight one of them. So yeah, they did suffer a lot of that, territorial, competitiveness back in the day. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Somebody there.
I've been around for that too.
So that makes me think of something as far as things they could integrate into Destiny to make it way cooler. So if y'all remember back in Halo, they had assassinations, right? And they had a bunch of different kinds you could do. I mean, you could literally take someone from behind, throw them down, stab them in the face, or break their back or whatever it was.
Yeah, I remember those.
Dude, we need moves like that in Destiny for those close quarter combat type of player, right? If I'm a Titan, it doesn't matter if you're a Titan, Warlock, or Hunter. You get in close, man. Let me wrap you up like a pretzel and break something, dude. Let me. I mean, right?
Use your knife as a hunter or
You're
as
gonna
a
give
Titan.
me
I
a
don't know.
sword to chop dudes up like sushi. I can't break their arm. Come on,
I think that might turn off a lot of parents from letting kids play that game.
The T rating. You're right.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Was
you
Halo?
lose a
Was
huge
Halo
chunk of your
M?
audience.
Halo was M.
Yeah, it
that's
was
fair.
him. Yeah, because they actually showed blood when you'd headshot somebody and stuff. So
I wouldn't let my kid play Gears of War, but I would definitely let him play, Destiny.
yeah.
My kid
Gears
played.
of War is a whole different thing.
Yo, Gears of War.
Oh, I
gets
mean, just
bloody.
there's he's not playing Wolfenstein. All right, just
Yo,
it's-
Doom
the game's done.
Eternal though. Have y'all seen the gameplay reel for that?
Oh, not yet, not yet.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it yet.
Definitely a hard M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but Destiny, a lot of people have talked about what if Destiny had the ability to do an M rating, like what all kind of cool stuff would they do? And in a way, I would like to see what that would look like. But at the same time, I kind of like the lighthearted, and it's more lore based. You know,
It's more like Star Wars. That's not like a bunch of people like bleeding out.
Yeah,
on screen.
hacking each other to pieces. Yeah, I mean, even though we're hacking each other to pieces, but yeah.
I mean, I feel like Destiny has like some really dark lore, man. Some really dark stuff, but they keep it really lighthearted, which is interesting.
Yeah,
I would love to see a darker tone of Destiny, like mature.
Just don't
Destiny.
call it Destiny, but like use the same engine and graphics and artists and stuff. And it's funny is like you think about the Bungie artists, how good they are. Like take that talent and then translate it into like the M-rated version. Like holy crap, what would they come up with? Like,
we're kind of getting a little bit of that in Forsaken though.
I know, right? It looks like spooky stories type stuff. The Ascendant Realm, right? Yeah.
You need some spin-off stories they did with like Castlevania on Netflix. Just lease the story out to a studio to have produce a cartoon of it.
I mean, they should.
Man.
Halo. They're making a Halo show now. So
finally, after how many years?
Shoot.
Oh man,
I remember.
So, so some other changes, real quick. We'll go through. There is going to be some changes to Eververse. For those that are curious about that. Basically, there's always going to be new items, but what they're doing is the prismatic matrix and the prismatic facet they're going to bring back. They had a lot of good feedback from the community about that. So basically, you can get it's a way to earn Eververse items for free in the game at a predictable pace with a knockout list. So each week they'll have a set of items that you can use your prismatic facet that you earn in game to unlock, and you'll never get duplicates until you've unlocked everything. So it's a really great system. They're bringing that back. There's going to be more bright dust earned from a bounty system that they're implementing, and then when you dismantle items, the bright dust you get from those items will be at a set amount, so you can always track how much you can track those gains. You know what I'm saying? You got to track those gains. So
there you go.
But the Eververse bounties, that's going to be a thing, and I think that's a really cool implementation to earn those items. It's not just hey, go play a couple of strikes. No, it's like it's just like the bounty system with Vanguard and Crucible right now. So, how about you guys? What do y'all think?
I love it because right now I am dying for more bright dust, and I can't dismantle any more of my strips and my spares and my ghosts. I love them all. So
I'm never really in there buying anything from Eververse because I don't know. I kind of miss the system we had before for the shaders and the sparrows and stuff. We could like keep them all in a collection.
Oh, like once you got it, you got it.
Yeah. So I don't like to keep track of like everything I have now. Like I collected every sparrow and every ship in D1. Like that was something I was like adamant about.
Nice.
And now I'm kind of like,
yeah.
I think it's coming back in Destiny 2 though.
I have 150 shaders I got to delete.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
One by one.
No, packs of 5 actually.
Packs of 5 now, yeah. But.
Which, you know what? A lot of people laughed at that, but honestly, man, I think that's gonna. So for the people that have like 1,000 blue geometry or whatever, right? Like packs of 5, that's gonna still take you a while. However, moving forward from that, packs of 5 is gonna be really good. That's gonna be a quick in and out. So
yeah, especially for like new shaders and stuff. Yeah.
It doesn't fix the hoarder problem right away, but I think it will fix the problem moving forward. And they said once you get your shader unlocked and it's in your collection, you can go retrieve it. But once you take it from the collection, you can put it on your gear for free. So
yeah, there's a cost with taking it out of your collection, I guess, depending on where you got it from originally.
Right, but then once you do that, there's no more transactions.
Yeah, there's
you
no
just
more.
apply
Yeah,
it, which is really nice.
That's good.
I never understood the logic of, hey, I earned this shader drop from this enemy, but now I have to pay to use my own loot. Like,
yeah,
that was
it's like 15,000 to Glimmer to apply it to a ship if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's a highway robbery right there.
Well, I'm just saying, like, this isn't the real world. I'm not really going out in real life to paint an airplane. Yes, I would charge $15,000 for that. That's a hell of a lot of hours. This is a video game. Like, this is, like, come on, man.
I come here to escape real life, not deal with more of it.
Oh, the glam ain't coming that quick, you know. Like,
well, you know, I do agree with doing away with a lot of the tokens and things. I mean, we have too many things. It's like traveling to different countries, and each country has their own currency. You go to IO, there's one thing. You go to this place, it's another thing. You know, it's like just give me one thing I can trade amongst everybody. And I think that's a kind of like a smart move. But
I was okay with the Vanguard rep and the Crucible rep. That was fine with me. I mean,
yeah, tokens for Crucible and Vanguard don't bother me.
They're not going away. Those two aren't going away.
Yeah,
right. I think the planetary vendors ones are, but all the planetary stuff is being exchanged for planetary materials. And dude, like the shockwave of like heart attacks people were having when they heard that, were like, no more spin metal. But they clarified. They said that you will get. Yeah, it was bad. You will get planetary materials dropped from a multitude of sources, so that really shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, but who can name all the planetary materials from every planet in D2? I can't.
I think I can. So you got the simulation seed on Mercury.
Go for it, Helmet.
All right, so simulation seed on Mercury. You have the Dustlight Shard on Earth. You have the Phase Glass on Io. On Mars, you have the Seraphite. And then on Nessus, you have the Data Lattice. Did I miss any?
Yeah.
Which planet?
Titan.
Titan is the I forget. It's a chemical. I forget the name of it. I know what it looks like. Yeah. All right.
It's that weird.
I got like almost
95%.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a nerd. I know.
You failed.
you are fired. Yeah.
The other thing I don't truly believe, Bungie, is whenever they said you're not going to get a duplicate of anything, yeah, we've been there before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever I go to Zur and I get the one that's not supposed to give me duplicates and I get the same thing I'm wearing, I'm kind of iffy if the thing is going to work again. And, you know, when 3 of coins don't work properly, we sort of have a math problem there.
So far, Eververse with the whole prismatic matrix thing hasn't failed me as far as I get duplicates. So that's been good.
I actually have not used that system yet because
I've had 100% success rate with that. So that works as advertised in my experience.
All right. So Contra, you are jinxed.
Well, no, we're not talking about Zur. We're talking about the prismatic matrix with Eververse.
Yeah, Eververse.
Zur, I can't speak on Zur's behalf. I stopped going to him a long time ago because I had everything.
Yeah.
I saw Zur for the first time in months yesterday.
Yeah. How's the old squid face doing?
How is he?
I bought everything you had because I don't have anything.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You
You've been very happy then.
Earth is closed today.
Earth is closed today.
We are closed, Guardian. Yeah.
A different type of Guardian now. Yeah.
He's like, and you know, his answer for everything is, what do you mean you're closed? Like, you're here. You're standing in a freaking tree on Nessus and you're closed. He's like, my will is not my own. Like, get out of here. Like,
you got to stand by him. I used to stand by him for a long time in D1. He used to say some outlandish things. I haven't stood by him this much in D2.
Oh, yeah, they do. I mean, we should just do a video one day of just standing around the tower and just clip everything.
I used to love sitting next to Kate in D1. It's like, take me with you.
Yeah.
So right now, if you go to Cade right now, if you stand there long enough, he'll start whistling the Oryx theme from Taken King.
What?
Oh, really?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to clip that.
Yeah, it's pretty
I'll
cool.
have to check that out. That's pretty cool.
It was kind of
Or
cool.
not
They slipped
whistling,
in
he'll start
some,
humming it. Yeah.
They slipped in some audio for the Cryptarch in D1 when Taken King was about to happen. It was like 3 words: Oryx, Dead King. You're like, what are you talking about? And then they dropped the DLC for the game for the Taken King. I'm like, oh,
Really? That's pretty cool.
it was like a month or so before the game came out for the release expansion like information.
They've been doing that a lot. D2, when D2 launched, there are so many scannables in the game, like that hint to Savathun specifically. There was one when you're on that way to save Cade and that mission looped on Nessus. There's this green one, this little green like data lattice. Like it looks like an oracle, but it's like lime green. And you scan it, and it talks about the infinite forest. And it was telling us that before Mercury DLC dropped. And I was like,
Yeah.
and it specifically says like an infinite forest. What does that mean? And like, so they've been dropping all kind of hints, man. So the Savathun ones were pretty heavy, especially. So I'm still saying that Savathun's got something to do with this expansion.
There were a few what's his name, Aldrin references too with those scannables too.
Yeah. So
that's kind of sweet, though. I mean, you guys pay so much attention to the back end lore. I'm impressed.
Oh yeah, dude, I love it, man. Hey,
I see. I'm the type of person that doesn't like to be spoiled until that last minute. Like, I'll avoid Reddit and everything else, which I'm actively trying to do. And
it's a struggle.
Yeah,
it's hard being on a podcast and doing that, though.
Yeah, admittedly, we do have
or a streamer.
We do have to look up some stuff, and even on the show, there's been a couple of episodes where we're like, "Is everyone good? Like, does everyone want to talk about this stuff?" Because because it is. They and here's the thing: a lot of people are complaining. Well, not a lot, but a portion of people are complaining, like Destiny, or Bungie, like all these Vidocs and videos you're putting out, like stop spoiling, and it's like, well, for one, have some self-control. All right, people, come on, let's be real. Number two, they have to. And they have to push it harder now more than ever because of how bad Vanilla D2 tanked. This is a marketing campaign. This is a business. Like, if they don't keep pushing this kind of content months in advance, with the state of the game and the way it was, they will fail, and they can't afford that. Their investors aren't having it, so they have to. So let's just accept that and look, like, for real, there's it's a little extra work, but there's ways you can filter Twitter and just don't go to Reddit. That's a salt factory anyway. Let's just be honest.
It's
better
getting
lately.
It's getting better. It's getting a lot better, dude.
Well,
like,
it's getting better because the content's getting better, though, right?
Exactly. Yeah. They've had a ton of subscribers subscribe to the Destiny 2 Reddit now, man. It's getting really nice.
Yeah,
it's actually pleasant now.
I gotta say, the shift in the community is very palpable, and it's a really welcome thing to see. It's almost like my best friend moved away out of the country, and now they came back, and I got my friend back. And it's about to pop off. It's about to get nuts.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Nice.
Like Gambit, Wishender, I see you. Night, I see you. It's happening, man.
I can't wait.
After seeing that gameplay, I was kind of skeptical about that one, but seeing the gameplay on the live stream, it was kind of refreshing because it does work like a sniper, except it's a bow and arrow, and it gives you tracking. I mean, you can see people behind walls, so it was kind of interesting to see how they meshed such an archaic weapon into a modern gaming system. So, like they mentioned in the live stream, this is supposed to be the future. We're supposed to have laser guns, and then you come up with a bow and arrow, and now how they have to go and actually use actual bow and arrows to get the experience and then translate it into a playable weapon in the game. That was kind of a interesting discussion there. So I am kind of surprised at that weapon too.
Well, I mean, as far as the fantasy element, I mean, this bow allows you to see through walls. If I picked up a real bow and arrow in real life today and I could see shit through the walls, first of all, I would freak out. Like, I need to see a doctor. Something's wrong with me. Like, I have Superman X-ray vision, right? But or the Trinity Ghoul has those lightning arrows that you hit a target and it just zaps all the other enemies next to it, So, but I do understand what you're saying. It's like, why go to something so primitive as a weapon type? And I think, honestly, the best answer is because video games, but I think they've laxed a little bit on that whole, it has to be weapons from the future, futuristic. Like, I think if you strictly stick on that, like, it limits the creativity a little bit.
That went out the window when they brought in swords in Crota.
Right, like that was such a random move and you know what? That was a huge experiment because the Crota sword was so popular that people were like, well, what if we just make swords and a shooter? Like, that's never been done. Like, what? How's that gonna work? And then next thing you know, we got Ray's Lighter and just uppercutting fools in the face, and Dark Drinker. And,
I love those melee weapons.
Yeah, Bolt Caster, which, by the way, we finally are going to get a new exotic sword that shoots a projectile, so it looks pretty cool.
I think that
was
was
so cool.
entertaining to see the sword that did the projectiles back in Destiny 1. Because if you read a lot of sci-fi, you'll see that a lot of them, when technology advances so much forward, the shielding, the guns, the projectile weapons, they all get useless at some point. And it goes back to close quarter combat. You see that in Dune, you see that in Star Wars, which are the more popular.
That's true. Yeah, like a lightsaber.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
right. It's so
So the real
futuristic.
Masters
It's
of
actually
War-
the simplest design.
Yes, because and they give like different authors give like different reasons for this, but it goes to the point that you either have destructive weapons that can destroy a planet, or if you really need to do like a face-to-face thing, it's gonna have to be simple weapons, because we're so advanced that nothing is gonna hate each other. We're just gonna stand there just wasting rounds.
The one thing I don't like about swords is they run out of ammo, which swords don't run out of.
Yes.
I know.
Right.
And you know what? That's the part where it's like, well, shit, it's a video game. We have to do it, because if not, it doesn't work, or it
Unbalanced
works
as
too
hell.
good.
Well, give me half power then, something.
I know,
I'm using
right?
the slot for something. I mean,
I
I should be able to
agree.
at least hit a thrall in the face and kill it with
I
a blunt
remember
object.
The first time we saw swords show up in D1, I saw that and I laughed too. I was like, so wait a minute, you're telling me I got to get heavy bullets? What is that, like is that like a pack of whetstones? I got to sharpen my blade but it's so infinitely fast that no one sees how it happens, and like
I think in D1 where they had the crystals need to have power. So if you didn't have like any ammo, the sword didn't exist. Like it was the handle.
right.
yeah,
but in
yeah,
D2
yeah,
they've
yeah.
changed it. Now it's just like
I know you got
my
metal in your
hologram.
hands.
I got my hologram. Yeah. But you can
That-
still kill people with it.
Exactly.
By,
You can
by the
actually
way,
let people. Yeah.
speaking of swords, if you're a hunter and you try to get your solstice armor, and there's a thing where get like melee kills with
Solar.
with
Solar Void.
solar.
Close
It
quarter
only-
kills or
You,
something.
you solar. Yeah, you just use the sword. You can use the handle of the sword and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Just can't
Oh,
do it on
right.
the Warlock. Warlock doesn't work. You have to do it the old-fashioned way with the Warlock.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Really?
Speaking of warlocks, hey,
I tried doing the regular way with throwing knives. It wasn't working out too well.
Warlock main here. The chromatic fire exotic chest piece coming in Forsaken allows dragonfly on kinetic weapons. I'm about to sweep business everyone's ass straight
That's not even
with
fair,
dragonfly.
dude.
Blah, 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 blah. It's gonna be nasty. I'm just
They've got to buff that perk though. It feels like weak right now.
With Dragonfly?
Yeah.
Yeah, and compared to D1, yeah. I mean, everything feels weak compared to D1 now.
Well, like
Right now,
hey,
at the moment.
TTK, everything's about to get bumped. Everything.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, we're gonna see what we're gonna
Bumping
see,
everything.
but yeah. Yo,
The first couple like days or weeks after Forsaken launch is gonna be so imbalanced, but so fun.
Good. I want to get ridiculous.
It's gonna get crazy.
yo,
I want people
the
to say that shouldn't happen, and good, it shouldn't happen, but now
It
it's
shouldn't.
happening.
Antaeus wards, exotic Titan boots that when you slide reflect projectiles.
I can't wait to watch that fail with somebody in the raid. It's gonna be hilarious.
I can't wait to slide into. So the thing I'm interested in with that is like how it works. Like, does it reflect some supers like the Radagast ornament did? You know, I'm just curious. I want to see that happen. So,
I think. I mean, I would hope so. I would. I mean, if you're gonna do it,
if
just
I
do
can
it big.
slide in and dodge a Nova Bomb and bounce it off of me, like how cool would that be, right? And then get some kills with it, like what?
That'd be great. Can't wait. It's gonna be
Yeah.
awesome.
That'd be pretty awesome.
I'm sure there's a few things we're missing in TWAB, right?
Yeah, there's so much, man. The prismatic matrices, the Crucible Labs came back. If you want to go over that,
What game type is that?
I'm just reading it like you are. Like I said, there's so much information I haven't had a chance to catch up on. But
We mentioned Trials being gone. Also, Faction Rounds are going to be gone too for a portion of Season 4 as well.
faction
That's
rallies,
gonna be gone.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be gone for a little bit.
I am totally on board with that one, because I
Yeah.
was one of the persons that didn't want to feel like I had to participate on anything. Just let me do it in space.
I enjoyed it the first time, and after with the second go around, I was like, you know what, I don't feel like doing this anymore. And also something about the catalyst that from the faction rallies, there's gonna be more opportunity for you to get those. So like,
Yeah, and I kind of saw that coming, right? Like they locked in 3 catalysts, and the first question everyone asks is, "Well, crap. Well, what if I can't grind out that much lost sectors and faction rallies. Like,
too bad.
Is it just going to go away? Well, but with exotic like that, they can't say
can't
too
do that.
bad. The Register's
can't do
Claymore, it was designed that way. The catalysts weren't, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you're not going to take the Graviton Lance catalyst away from anybody. Let's just put that out there, right? Like,
right. So
people will riot. Like you're not taking that from it. That the chance to earn it, you're not taking that away from nobody. Yeah. So
also,
precious Graviton Lance.
There was gameplay footage of the new comp rotor weapon for season 4.
Yeah,
that's what it's. Yeah,
it's a hand cannon. It's a hand cannon.
Eric,
I have no idea what it does.
I saw a little bit. I wasn't able to pay too close attention to the stream, but I saw it's got some pretty cool perks on there.
I saw trouble tweeted about it, but I didn't really look into it.
The thing that I saw from it, I think it was called Luna's Howl, and it's it is when you get 2 precision hits, the third bullet has extremely over the top damage, like 88 to the body damage. But you have to earn it with those first 2 precision hits, right? So even though hand cannons for the most part are 3-tap now, and they're going to be, that can prove to be a super, super powerful gun. I don't know if that third bullet is powerful enough to one-shot somebody, but it might be powerful enough to help you 2-shot somebody. And PvP, that's going to be... that's why everyone thinks that's pretty much, and it also has its own unique perk, which is what I just described, and it's called the Magnificent Howl. So after 2 precision hits, the third bullet gets like way over the top damage. So a lot of people are gonna be chasing that.
Yeah, so you could probably possibly you kill 3-tap somebody. Well, no, how does it even work, man?
It said 2 precision hits, and the third one, if you land the first 2 bullets are precision, and your little gun lights up with the 2 hits, and then the third one would be over. So in other words, if you're shooting somebody, but your first 2 bullets weren't precision in a row, I guess that's what it seemed like from the gameplay.
So how is that going to? Because it seems like hand cannons are now 3 taps in Destiny and
right.
Forsaken. So how is that going to benefit? By the time you get to your 3rd tab, it's going to.
There's not 100% clarification on it because
if you're shooting on a full health enemy,
so you probably finish out maybe you'll hit him with something else. Maybe hit him with a body shot. Oh yeah, hit him with a body shot, 2-tap headshot. And the third one's gonna be okay. That's pretty cool.
If you use it on a full health.
Yeah, so you body shot the first guy, 2-tap him in the head, and that'll be your 3, and then your third one. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So I want to backtrack a little bit away from Destiny and go into some of the recent Twitch developments, particularly their decision to move away from community and creatives. I know, Con, you do a lot of creative videos. So how do you feel about that choice that they're going to make? How will you think that affects you?
It's going to narrow the amount of content you get per channel, which is going to be good, because if you're looking for somebody that does art and you see people that do cooking, or if they're doing ASMR or something like that, it's going to move those guys to their own separate platform. And I was doing IRL powerlifting streams, and if it's just lumped into IRL, you get your own fitness stream, like your own, that kind of a label or tag for your channel. It's going to make things a lot easier to find.
Yeah,
and I'm definitely okay with that, because IRL can be you can get a lot of views, but it's a lot of trolly people that's come through because it's IRL. I want to harass people. I'm
I mean, to me, this makes perfect sense. Like you said, if you have a specialty type thing, I have some friends that do cooking, and that's what they do on Twitch. I've got, there's the artists, obviously, that's a huge one. What were the categories, Contra, that they had? They had a lot.
8, isn't it? Or
here, I'll dig it up while we'll discuss it. I mean, the ASMR, it's no loss for me, right? I mean, that to me is okay, people making sounds and rubbing their microphones. That doesn't. I wouldn't even go near those videos. But I do believe that there is obviously a home for creative work. I mean, DeviantArt never took streaming into their environment, and never took that aspect seriously. And it's a site that had a lot of artists Twitch's involvement in asking, doing that promotion with, what was this guy's name? The watercolor guy, big afro, forget him.
Bob Ross.
Yeah, Bob Ross. And introducing this for the creative community, that was a big boom because now you have people that, this is all they do. They do costumes or they do their arts,
We're just going to paint a few little happy trees. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And in the documentary I did a small documentary for a course, and one of the things that I found is that people were on Twitch doing just sitting down and eating food, and that's all they did in their community stream.
Let's go! I want to sit down and eat burritos.
Social eating,
right? But I went and watched a few of these streams, and they weren't doing anything interesting or different. Just a bunch of guys or women sitting around the table. It's like the View, but with a low budget.
Yo, we need once a month eating contests on Twitch for charity. Like, come on. Like, somebody's got to champion that. I would watch that.
I'll try.
He's down.
I compete in that.
There you go.
Yo, eating contest, like a pie eating contest or whatever the thing is. Like, you know how much people would watch that and how much, like, charity would be raised. Yeah. Like, that would be a great idea for Twitch. People would tune in. Nuts, man. Twitch is becoming the new cable TV, bro. Like live streaming in this platform, whether it's Twitch or Mixer or whatever. Like, this is becoming the next generation cable style of entertainment, right? I truly believe that.
It's gotten to a point me and my girl will be eating like lunch or whatever, and then we're like, "What should we watch? Netflix? Nah. Twitch? Yeah, let's watch Ninja real quick. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll just sit there, eat our lunch, and watch Ninja."
Exactly.
It's really weird because sometimes people come out the stream, and they're pretty regular. Like, "Oh, I got you in my living room. Me and the wife are watching on the big screen." I was like,
"Yeah,
you are."
Yeah, it's so different to wrap your head around, right? Because like I'm 34. And the Twitch, I only found out about Twitch a few years ago, and it was the weirdest thing. I was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean people play video games and there's a Twitch chat? What the hell is this?" And like I was so ignorant. But I'm the same way. Like late at night when I'm on editing video or doing my machinima stuff, like on my other monitor, I'll have I'll usually have an art stream pulled up and just listen to whatever music they're playing while they're drawing their art, and it's freaking awesome, man. It's really chill, Yeah.
It's amazing. It's great, man. Yeah, I'm at work. I used to watch Twitch. I used to just pull up a stream, minimize it, and just listen to them talk, and just while I'm working.
Yeah.
Stay some chill.
Yo, awesome. Con, I got you on that big 100-inch, bruh.
I tell you, it happens a few times a week. I'm like, "Oh yeah, we know that you're in the living room. What are you playing tonight?" I'm like, the music I play is all different every single night. It's between. I play Portuguese jazz. I play old school hip hop. I play underground hip hop. I play, Sade. I do R&B from the '90s. I do like 60s and 70s Motown. I'm like, what don't you listen to? I'm like, I don't know. Listen, Portishead on. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna put on like heavy metal because I can't draw to that. I can work out to that, but I can't draw to that.
Yeah.
Do a little Sworn Enemy on, a little Hatebreed, just to
Dude, Hatebreed. Yo, that's some good stuff, man.
I've been to a few shows. I got a pass.
There you go. Well, everybody, I think that's all we have time for tonight. I hate to cut it short. We're having a great time, but we got real life things to take care of. So we appreciate everyone for coming out. Thank you for dealing with all the technical difficulties tonight. We appreciate that. Con, tell us where people can find you. How can they commission you?
You can contact me on Twitter at STDXYoungCon. I am also one of the designers for Set to Destroy X. It is Canada's oldest esports organization. So I'm one of the designers. That's where the STDX comes from. You can find me on my website, Con Artist, because I love puns. Conartist.org. I'm on Twitch 7 nights a week, making emotes and sub badges and logos. Playing all the tasty hits at YUNGKHAN, twitch.tv. And where can you find me? Find me tomorrow. Tomorrow, 1 year anniversary, 1 year streaming anniversary. You can find me tomorrow.
Be there.
12-hour stream. giving away an esports mascot, and I'm giving away a sub badge and emote package for affiliates. I'm giving away 3 emotes and 4 sub badges.
What time would that be? What time would that start?
2 p.m. to 2 a.m. and that's for subs. People that are just following will get a chance to win some con merch, some of these tasty mugs I make because I can't be stopped, and I'm really corny.
I almost spit my teeth.
Nice.
So yeah, come on by.
Nice. Mr. Contrabang?
Well, after such a long repertoire of accessible items that the gentleman presented, I can't contraindicate anything else. So I'll just go with contrabang.com. That's where you can find me. It'll redirect you to my Twitter, and everything else is there. You know, I gotta look out for the lazy guy and gal.
Mr. Erik?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Erik_Digital_.
Angel Zero was not here this evening. You can follow her on Twitter or her Twitch stream at Angel Zero. That's Z3RO. I believe there's an underscore, Angel_Z3RO. So make sure you check her out too. And Mr. J.
Stop. Oh my God.
He's going to kill me.
Yeah. It's getting ridiculous. Yeah, my chat was call me Mr. J, by the way, and call me Puddin'.
Did they?
Yeah, it was great.
Mr. J. Mr. J. Puddin'.
Oh
Twitch.tv/Mr. J.
No, hell no. Twitch.tv/CrayZJaye. You can find me streaming there actually shortly after this stream here, and then also tomorrow night as well. So yeah.
Nice.
Interesting.
My name is The Helmet Fire. You can follow me on Twitter at The Helmet Fire. If you want to check out my YouTube, I make some cool videos here and there. Working on a Destiny Machinima right now. It's like a cross between Destiny and Star Wars. Stay tuned for that. If you want to follow the show, if you like what you're hearing and what you're seeing, Travelers PC is our Twitter account. Make sure you drop us a follow, and you can find out any news information and otherwise over there. Our stream is live every Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/travelerspodcast. And if you have any questions for the crew, remember to reach out to us. You can hit us up on the Twitter, let us know. We'll answer those questions live for you. And other than that, we appreciate all the viewers, all the follows, and everyone out there listening on all of our platforms. You can find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and of course here on Twitch too. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you all next time on Travelers.